I'm here at a loch in Scotland. I'm not going to tell you which one because it's a swimmer's paradise and people probably want it to be kept secret, but look at that, it's beautiful, isn't it? And here I'm walking with God. We're going to go on the offensive a little bit today. I think a lot of the time I've been given a real defence of the gospel, and I think it's time to go on the attack a little bit more. Let me tell you before I do that about a guy called Ronald Reagan. I'm sure you've heard of him. He was the president of America, all right? And just as he was trying to win a second term in office, you know, at the grand old age of, I think, about 74, I think it was, he would have been the oldest oldest president ever at that age. And, he was on a talk show, and there's the other guy there, I can't remember his name, who was competing for becoming the president with him. He was a lot younger. And everyone was thinking, can he really cope at such an age as being president? And, the chat show host asked a question that was on everybody's lips, which was, do you think, with President Kennedy saying how he just didn't sleep for like 4 days at all during the Cuban Missile Crisis, do you think you can actually cope with doing this job at such an old age? Man, the midges are a nightmare. And he thought for a little bit, and the whole of America hung on his words with bated breath, and he said, I just want you to know, I am not going to make age a issue in this campaign, and I'm certainly not going to expose the inadequacies of my youthful competitor, which was a great answer, wasn't it? He turned defence into attack. He went on the offensive, and straight away everyone just thought, wow. And even the guy who was running for president, trying to get the presidency, he was also like, whoa, I'm done for with that answer. Straight away, he won that debate, and that was it. He won 49 out of the 50 states. Absolute landslide, one of the biggest landslides ever in American history. That Ronald Reagan won that second term in office. So, sometimes you can go on the offensive, can't you? And have a great answer to people, which turns them away and makes them really think about things afresh. And that's what I want to do in this short thought for the day today. I want to talk about something that a lot of people say. A lot of people talk about the Garden of Eden. They say things like, don't you think it's completely unfair that that God, punished Adam and Eve and cast them out of the Garden of Eden just for eating some fruit? Well, let me go on the offensive here and say, hang on a minute, let's look at the converse of that. Adam and Eve chose fruit over God. They had that wonderful communion and fellowship with God, and yet they chose fruit. God, fruit. God, fruit. Oh, we'll choose the fruit. It's absolutely ridiculous, isn't it? So no, it's not ridiculous that God sent Adam and Eve out of the Garden of Eden for sinning in that way. It's absolutely ridiculous that Adam and Eve chose to sin. They chose fruit over God. They showed that they didn't trust him. They showed that they didn't believe him. They disappointed him. They disobeyed him. They showed that they didn't trust that God had their best interests at heart. They went the way of the devil. They listened to his lies instead of listening to God. It must have really hurt him. And that ruined the relationship right there between Adam and Eve, between mankind and God. But thank God that it didn't end there, did it? Because right in that moment, from that moment on, God plotted a way of our escape from sin and to reunite him with us. And he did it through Jesus. And when Jesus, God's Son, died on the cross, he made a way for our sins to be forgiven, so that ridiculous choice that Adam and Eve made could be changed, could be overturned when we make the choice to follow him. Thank you for watching from Scotland. Follow for more. I'll see you on the next one.